How to survive when a citywide blackout hits in winter and the grid's completely dead. The streets become frozen tombs, and your heaters just expensive, worthless scrap metal. The electrical grid just collapsed under the massive weight of a polar vortex that transformed your city into a frozen nightmare. No warning signs, no backup systems, just the terrifying sound of your furnace dying its last breath and the lights flickering out like hope vanishing. Outside there, the temperature's dropping faster than your phone's battery level, which is also completely dead, by the way. Inside here, your modern heated palace is about to transform into a walk-in freezer with some furniture. The water pipes will freeze solid. The food will rot quickly or freeze completely solid. And hypothermia, that's not a threat for tomorrow morning. That's a threat for tonight, right now. Every single winter, power blackouts kill real people. Not from starvation or hunger, not from looters breaking in, from the freezing cold, and from the stupid, dangerous things desperate people do to fight it hard, like firing up a gas oven indoors for heat or running a generator in the garage space until the carbon monoxide poisoning turns their brain into soup mush. No worries here, we're surviving this blackout nightmare with science, scraps, and a little bit of controlled creative chaos.
Step 1 here. Pick your fortress space and seal it like a tomb vault. You don't heat a whole house building when the power is dead gone. That's a fantasy delusion. You heat one single room. One small, defensible, heat-trapping survival box where you and your people will huddle together like refugees in a bunker shelter. Find the smallest room in your house with the fewest windows possible. A bathroom space, a closet, a windowless bedroom room. Doesn't matter if it's pretty nice. Matters if it's small, compact. Small rooms trap heat inside. Big rooms eat it alive. Now seal it tight. Stuff towels there, blankets, old clothes, duct tape rolls, garbage bags, anything under the door cracks and around the window frame's edges. You're not trying to make it completely airtight.
You're trying to stop the cold from crawling, sneaking in like a predator hunting. Every crack is a leak hole. Every leak is degrees lost, gone. If you have plastic sheeting or even trash bags available, tape them over the windows, glass. It's ugly, crude, it's ghetto improvised. It works perfectly. You've just made a primitive thermal shelter capsule inside your own home, house. Congrats there. You're now officially a cave dweller with a mortgage payment. Step 2 here, insulate your body like it's the only heater you've got here, because it is. Your body is a furnace generator, your 98.6 degree biological reactor engine that burns calories constantly and pumps out heat energy. But it's also leaking that heat constantly through your skin surface, your head, your hands, your feet, extremities, everywhere really. So you'll layer up thick, not one thick coat jacket, layers, multiple.
Thin, loose layers trap air pockets between them, and air is an insulator, naturally. Wear a base layer first, long underwear thermals, thermal shirt, whatever you have. Then a middle layer next, fleece, hoodie, wool sweater knit. Then an outer layer third, jacket, blanket wrap, sleeping bag. Put on a hat, beanie. A huge chunk of your body heat escapes through your skull rapidly because your brain is a calorie-guzzling furnace reactor and your head has no fat layer. Wear gloves, mittens. Wear 2 pairs of socks, layers. Wool is king here. Cotton is a death sentence once it gets wet. If you don't have enough clothes available, wrap yourself in blankets heavily, towels, curtains, old coats from the closet back. Look ridiculous, absurd. Stay alive, breathing. And here's the science truth. Your body loses heat through conduction method, touching cold things around. Convection process, cold air moving past you constantly. Radiation effect, heat radiating out into space like a sad little star dying.
And evaporation, sweat moisture. Layers stop convection and radiation effectively. Staying dry stops evaporation completely. Sitting on something insulated, soft, a yoga mat, cardboard pieces, a pile of clothes heap, stops conduction from the frozen floor below. You're not just wearing clothes randomly, you're building a portable microclimate bubble. Let's talk heat, the safe kind way, not the kind that'll kill you in your sleep. And let's get this out of the way right now.
Do not use your gas stove or oven to heat your room space. I don't care how cold, freezing it is. I don't care if your neighbor is doing it stupidly. Gas appliances pump out carbon monoxide gas, an odorless, colorless gas that shuts down your brain completely and stops your heart dead while you're just sitting there thinking you're getting a little sleepy tired. The same goes for charcoal grills and fires, propane camp stoves, and especially generators running indoors or even in the garage nearby. These aren't heaters at all. They're suicide machines, killers. Every single year here, blackouts turn into body counts because someone thinks just for a little while won't kill them. It does kill. So what do you use instead?
Option 1, body heat warmth. Huddle up close. I'm serious here. Get your family members, your pets animals, your weird uncle, everyone together into that one sealed room and pile under every blanket you own, have, or get into sleeping bags together. Shared body heat is free, it's completely safe, obviously, and it is shockingly effective powerful. Humans are walking, talking 98-degree space heaters naturally. Use them all. Option 2 here, safe indoor heater devices. If you prepped ahead of time previously, you have an indoor rated approved propane or kerosene heater device. The keywords there are indoor rated approved. And you still need proper adequate ventilation airflow. Crack a window open about an inch, small, run it in short burst cycles to take the edge off slightly, and never ever sleep with it on running. These heaters are designed for this exact situation scenario, but they still produce combustion gases, fumes. Respect them carefully or they will hurt you badly.
Option 3 next, hot water bottles. Boil water on a camp stove burner, outside or on a small indoor safe burner. Pour it carefully into bottles, containers, now jeans, old soda bottles, anything that can handle the heat temp. Wrap them in towels so you don't get burned. Stick them in your sleeping bag or under your blanket's covers. You've just created an instant portable heat source that lasts for hours long. Option 4 last, candles, flames. A few candles in a small sealed room can raise the temperature a couple of degrees up. It's not much big, but in a real survival scenario crisis, 2 degrees is the difference between shivering all night long and actually getting some sleep rest. Use sturdy candles and safe holders bases and do not leave them unattended burning. A fire during a blackout is a death sentence. The science here is simple, clear. Heat is energy, power. Your body makes it constantly. Heaters make it artificially. Candles make it too.
The goal mission is to trap that energy in one small room and stop it from leaking out, escaping. Insulation plus a heat source plus a sealed space combined equals survival. You won't be warm, comfortable doing this, but you won't die, freeze. And right now, that is the only standard that matters, counts. Now for step 4, water supply. Because frozen pipes are a catastrophe, disaster you can absolutely prevent, avoid. When the heat stops, a countdown starts on your plumbing system. When water freezes solid, it expands, grows. And when it expands inside a metal tube, the pipe explodes, bursts. You will come back to a flooded, destroyed, ruined house when the power finally clicks back on, restores. So, you drip, flow. Go to every faucet in your house and open it to a slow, steady drip stream. Just a pencil-thin stream flow. Moving water doesn't freeze nearly as fast, quickly. This isn't a guarantee, promise, but it buys you precious extra time. If you have pipes in the basement, cellar, garage, or a crawl space, wrap them up. Use towels, old clothes, foam insulation, padding, anything available. Even newspaper works, helps.
You're just trying to slow the cold down, delay. Now for let's talk drinking water supply. Your hot water heater tank is holding 40 to 60 gallons of perfectly drinkable, safe water. That's your emergency reserve backup. To get it access, turn off the power or gas to the heater unit, let it cool down, then open the drain valve at the bottom. Boom there, gallons of clean water instantly. You should also have water stored, stockpiled, a gallon per person per day minimum, basic. If you don't, the second instant the power goes out, dies. Fill your bathtub immediately. your sinks, every pot bucket you have available. City water pressure can fail fast, and if you run out dry and need to melt snow, do it outside only on a camp stove. Only bring it inside after it's melted liquid. Melting snow indoors adds a ton of moisture to the air, atmosphere, which makes the cold feel so much worse, terrible, and leads to condensation and mold growth. The science fact, water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Moving it and insulating the pipe's lines slows that process down. And remember, your body needs water to generate its own internal heat. Dehydration literally makes you feel colder. Freezing. This isn't about being comfortable or cozy. It's about a checklist for staying alive, breathing. Heat, warmth, water, hydration. You handle these two things right, properly, and you'll walk out of this just fine, alive. That's how you win, succeed. All right, let's keep this going strong. Step 5. Food, nutrition. The mantra here is simple, clear. Eat like a scavenger, hunter. Think like a strategist, tactician. Your fridge is dying, failing. Your freezer's dying too. But listen, close, carefully. They are not dead yet, gone. This is a race against the clock, time. A full freezer gives you about 48 hours if you keep that door shut, closed.
Half full, partially, you've got 24 hours, tops, maximum. Your fridge, refrigerator, it's just a glorified cooler now. You've got maybe a day one. So, you prioritize, strategize. You hit the fridge first immediately. The leftovers, the milk, dairy, anything that spoils fast, quickly. That's round 1, phase 1. Then, you move to the freezer next. Now, here's a pro move tip. If it's below freezing outside, you just recruited a new free appliance. Move your frozen food into a cooler or secure box container. Congratulations, boom! Your backyard is now a walk-in freezer unit. Just make damn sure absolutely no animals can get to it, access. Once you've worked through all exhausted that, you're on to the non-perishables. This is your long-haul, long-term supply stash. Canned food, pasta, noodles, rice grains, peanut butter, protein bars, anything that can sit on a shelf and not complain rot. If you need to cook something, you take it outside always. Use a camp stove, or if you have an indoor safe burner approved, crack a window for ventilation airflow. Do not turn on your gas stove to heat, warm the house, or for long cooking sessions, times. That's how you get a one-way ticket with carbon monoxide poisoning. Here's the science truth. Your body is a furnace engine. In the cold freezing, it burns more calories just to keep you alive from turning into an ice sculpture statue. So you need to eat more, consume. High-calorie dense, high-fat foods are your best friends, allies. Nuts, chocolate sweets, peanut butter spreads, this is dense fuel for your internal engine motor. Next up, step 6, light illumination. Because darkness is dangerous, deadly. Power's out, dead, lights are out, gone, and stumbling around in the pitch black is how you trip, fall, break an ankle bone, or knock over a candle and watch your entire whole survival plan go up in smoke, flames. So you light it up. Flashlights, headlamps worn, battery-powered lanterns, hell, even glow sticks, chemical. Use them to make your battery's charge last longer. Here's a strategy tip. Use candles' flames when you're sitting still, stationary, and save the flashlights for when you're on the move, walking. But what if you're desperate, screwed?
You've got no batteries left, one candle left only. Look in your kitchen cabinet pantry. You can make a lamplight. Find a small glass jar or a metal can container. Fill it halfly with cooking oil. Any kind will do. Now find a wick, a strip of an old cotton t-shirt fabric, even a shoelace string. Twist it tight, firm. Soak it in the oil and leave about an inch sticking out exposed. Light it, fire. You now have a lamp that will burn for hours long. It's primitive science, ancient. The oil is the fuel source. The wick uses capillary action. It literally drinks the oil up to the flame fire, feeding it constantly. It's ancient technology, and it works perfectly. Step 7 next, communication connection.
Because isolation kills hope faster than the cold does. Your phone is a paperweight, useless.
The cell towers are down, crashed. The internet is a distant memory, gone. You're cut off, isolated. If you prepped, prepared. You're reaching for your hand crank emergency radio right now, immediately. You're tuning into local stations, receiving updates on the blackout situation, finding out, learning where warming shelters are located. If you didn't prep, you're in conservation survival mode. Your phone is for emergencies, crisis only. Turn off, disable Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, kill, shut all the app's programs. Squeeze every last minute, second out of that battery charge. Your car charger can give you a boost, charge, but only run the car engine in short bursts and never, ever, in a closed garage space. But the most important critical communication tool you have isn't electronic digital. It's your own 2 feet. Go check on your neighbors, people. Knock on doors hard, especially the elderly or people with disabilities. Share what you have, supplies. Share information, knowledge. In a blackout crisis, your community is your lifeline. Survival. Survival is a team sport, game.
And then it happens. A flicker, spark, the low hum of the grid returning, restarting. The furnace, heater, roars back to life. You made it, survived. That sealed room, space, the layers of clothes, the dripping faucets, the scavenged food supplies. It all worked perfectly. You didn't panic, freeze. You didn't poison yourself stupidly. You didn't freeze-die. You stared down a citywide blackout in the dead of winter and won, survived, using nothing but scraps, science knowledge, and a solid plan, strategy. There was no high-tech bunker shelter, no prepper fantasy dream. It was just you and the knowledge that when the systems we rely, trust on, die, fail, you don't have to. You survived, won. And if the furnace doesn't come back on, restart, you know what to do next. You have the skills, knowledge now. You have the plan. Welcome to the new world, reality, where survival isn't about fighting zombies, monsters. It's about fighting, battling the cold, and winning.